Edward Pentin, Rome correspondent for EWTN's National Catholic Register, joins us now. Thanks so much for joining us, Ed.
Hi, it's good to be with you, Tracy.
So, Ed, what did he say in his homily at the extraordinary moment of prayer?
Well, he talked, Tracy, about a thick darkness, he said, which has covered squares, streets and cities because of this pandemic. And then he also talked about or recalled the story of Jesus calming the storm and the disciples in the boat, and they were very afraid. And he says we need to identify with that. And he says that because of this pandemic, it's exposed very much our vulnerabilities, our deafness to the world's injustice. But he says that the Lord, through this, is calling us to faith, to be converted, and to return to him with our hearts and embrace the cross and not be afraid.
Ed, for those who may not be familiar, what is an Orbi et Orbi blessing, and why is this one so special?
Right, well, the Urbi et Orbi blessing is what he usually gives at Easter and Christmas. And it's really a blessing to the city and to the world. That's what Urbi et Orbi means. And he usually gives a blessing and an address, and that's what he's doing today. But it's reserved especially for solemn occasions, as I say, both Easter and Christmas. And this time he's going to be praying with the miraculous crucifix that he prayed at, which was prayed to during the last plague or very great plague in Rome in the 16th century, which he prayed at about a week or two ago, and the Salus Populi Romani icon, which is also very important to Romans as well, the Madonna, to pray to Our Lady also for an end to this pandemic. And that's very much what he's been praying for tonight.
Ed, this pandemic is hitting everyone really hard, and particularly in Italy. How has the church been faring during all of this?
Well, the church, as always during these times, is really at the forefront of helping and doing a lot of charitable work. The church in Italy has been really at the forefront of that. But so tragically, of many priests, something like we've counted up something like 86 priests have died because through the coronavirus in Italy. Most of them are over 80. Many are over 70 years old. And the youngest is only 45. There was another one aged 53, but most, as I say, are over 80 or over 70, and a few in their 60s.
Wow, it's very tragic. Before I let you go, Ed, though, I do want to touch on some other news right now. French President Emmanuel Macron announced yesterday that he's going to be pulling French troops from Iraq due to the coronavirus. What do you know about that?
Yes, well, this coincided with the release of four abducted volunteers, excuse me, for the charity SOS Chrétien d'Orient, which is a charity helping persecuted Christians in the Middle East primarily. And they were four who were abducted on January the 20th, and they were released yesterday after obviously a couple of months in captivity. We didn't know what happened to them. So there's a lot of rejoicing about that and the fact that these four are now free.
Well, Ed, thanks so much for your time. We really appreciate it. Stay safe. Edward Pentin, Rome correspondent for EWTN's National Catholic Register. Thanks again, Ed.
Thank you, Tracy.